Yo, collective, Rock D Lee here. Where do you guys look for happiness, for validation, for a sense of well being? So often we chase external things, praise, fame, likes, other people's opinions. But today's Stoic lesson for you guys is drawing from Marcus Aurelius, who cuts right through all that. He tells us our well being lies in our actions, not in what others think of our actions, not in their results, but in the act itself. Let's unpack this, guys. Marcus Aurelius, emperor, philosopher, he observed how people obsessed with glory or external validation and how they attach their happiness to things outside their control, namely other people's minds. You can't control what's in people's minds. This is a recipe for anxiety and disappointment, okay? You can't control what other people think. You can't guarantee praise or avoid criticism. Trying to base your well being on these fleeting external factors is like building your house on sand. The Stoic alternative: build your house on a rock. Your own actions, your own choices, your own character. These are within your control. Your well being comes from knowing you acted virtuously. You did your best. You followed your principles, regardless of the outcome or what anyone says. It's an internal scorecard, not an external one. If well being lies in action, then our focus needs to shift. Stop worrying about the applause. Stop focusing on the performance. Stop obsessing over the outcome. Start focusing on the effort. Think about the grim, dark future of 40K. While glory exists, While glory exists, I couldn't spit this out. While glory exists, what often matters more is duty, the deed itself, fulfilling your role, whether anyone acknowledges it or not. The focus is on the action required by the moment. Or consider the philosopher Rudeus Greyrat. Once again, we talk about him very often because he's a character that has a lot of struggles. His journey involves learning to take action, often difficult or unpopular action, based on his own judgment or goals, rather than just seeking approval or avoiding conflict. His growth comes from doing, even when it's hard or misunderstood. The Stoic ideal is to find satisfaction in the process of acting rightly. Did you act with courage, with justice, with discipline, with wisdom? If yes, then you have succeeded, regardless of external results or opinion. This frees you from the tyranny of needing validation. Your sense of worth comes from within, for your commitment to virtuous action. Do the right thing because it's the right thing. That's where well-being lies. You want to build internal foundation? Here's your practice. Focus on one virtuous action today. Identify one task or situation where you normally worry about the outcome or others' opinions. I can use this in boxing, okay? I'll tell you about that as I finish. Instead, focus entirely on performing the action itself with virtue, honesty, effort, kindness, and courage. Do the task well for its own sake. Judge yourself by your effort and intent, not by the external result or reaction. Let me know what action you focused on in the comments, guys. So for me, I use boxing as the example because a lot of times when you're trying to be good at something, you're gonna look funny. When you're practicing certain things, you're gonna look funny. The coach was helping me learn to. So I actually do incorporate this, but anyways, hear me out. The coach was trying to get me to kind of swing your hip when you throw your jab. There's a hip movement, and he wanted me to just focus on my hips. And it was so weird, so uncomfortable because, I'm just going to say it, not sugarcoat my words. I feel that looks feminine when you do that. But when you package it all together and you look, even though you said not to look at the result, but hear me out, you package it all together and a well-seasoned fighter, it looks cool. So, again, focusing on the action that I need to do to improve my skills is what I got to do. It's going to look silly at first, okay? But it's what I got to do if I'm trying to become a polished boxer. I'm not trying to fight or win medals or any of that kind of stuff. But you know, I'm the kind of person that if I'm doing something, after a while, I'm going to want to do it well. You know, I don't necessarily, I'm not a perfectionist, but I take pride in what I do. And it's not always for validation's sake. It's like for my own sake. I am serious about this. So I approach it serious. Anyways, that's my video, guys. I appreciate you. I want to hear your story. Until next video, I'm Rock D Lee.